My boss ordered me to delete my daughter from the health plan, so I deleted his entire career instead. I used to be the kind of employee who blended into server rooms and late-night maintenance logs, the invisible IT manager who rebooted executives' laptops during family dinners and patched security holes at dawn without ever requesting overtime. One Tuesday morning, I was summoned to the top floor, the glass-walled office where only power mattered. My 6-year-old daughter was downstairs in the hospital, battling leukemia. Her treatment plan was a mountain I could barely see the top of, over $1 million, with the company insurance being our only lifeline. The man behind the desk slid a folder toward me like it was nothing more than a coffee receipt. Inside was a termination notice, with my signature line already highlighted. "You need to remove your daughter from the health plan," he said calmly, adjusting his cufflinks. "She's draining it. Do it by midnight, or you're both gone. Think of it as a test of loyalty." Loyalty. As if abandoning my sick child was just another box to tick for quarterly targets. I asked for a day. He smirked like he already owned my answer. "The clock starts now." That night, the hospital monitors beeped beside my daughter's bed. She slept curled around her favorite stuffed unicorn, her tiny fingers wrapped around its tail as though it could shield her from everything threatening to devour her childhood. I stayed awake in the plastic chair, laptop open, the fluorescent lights buzzing above me. I could have simply removed her. One click. One betrayal. Instead, I opened the hidden admin portal, one only 3 people knew existed, and started working. Carefully. Quietly. A digital ghost. I didn't delete my daughter. I duplicated every dependent under the executive tier, spouses, children, parents, even mistresses disguised as household assistants. Then I funneled the duplicates into a hidden audit folder, tagged, dated, and impossible to erase. Next, I removed the boss's own dependents from the insurance plan. Not just removed, linked the action to his unique login credentials. He had once bragged, drunk on a golf trip, that his password was password 123, because nobody would dare touch my account. He was wrong. At dawn, I triggered an automated compliance report, straight to the board's legal inbox, the insurance regulators, and the internal investigation server no one ever checks unless something is very, very wrong. By morning, the entire building buzzed with panic. Executives marched down hallways whispering urgently. Phones rang non-stop. IT logs were being printed, highlighted, circled. The boss stormed in, faced the shade of a rupturing blood vessel, shouting threats and accusations. Security stepped in within minutes, pinning him against the elevator as investigators read out the preliminary findings. Insurance manipulation. Premium siphoning. Unauthorized deletions. Personal expense laundering masked as health initiatives. Fraudulent account access. He was escorted out in handcuffs while staff pressed themselves against cubicle walls, watching the downfall like a movie premiere. By noon, the board called me upstairs. They asked how much I knew. I told them enough. They asked what I wanted. I didn't hesitate. Full lifetime medical coverage for my daughter. A settlement large enough to guarantee her future. The office at the top floor for a new non-profit coding academy for children battling long-term illnesses. And most importantly, the truth documented so this never happened again. They agreed on the spot. The first round of my daughter's new treatment plan? Approved instantly. She got her own private room, large windows overlooking a park, warm sunlight replacing the dim hospital corners we were used to. 3 months later, after her final scan came back clear, cancer-free, I scheduled one last meeting. At the county detention center. He looked small without the suit, swallowed in an orange uniform with frayed sleeves. A picture of his own children sat on the metal table, kids now relying on public insurance because all his assets were frozen pending trial. "You ruined me," he whispered, voice dry and cracking. I placed my daughter's scan on the table between us. "No," I said quietly. "You ruined yourself. I just stopped you from ruining us." I stood up and walked toward the buzzing door. The guard locked it behind me with a hollow metallic thud. Outside, the sky was bright. Somewhere, his private helicopter sat grounded, gathering dust. And miles away, in a sunlit hospital room, a little girl with a unicorn tucked under her arm was writing her first line of code.